guys, welcome back. It's MicheleMarieDalene. It is the 11th of November 2020, and of course, it is a little cooler outside right now. Not freezing, but it's cooler. And of course, I don't have my ears on right now, but yeah, you can see my real ears. They're sticking out there. See, I get points in my real ears too. I just don't see them that much. You can see they get typical, got like elf points in my real ears. I just didn't realize that until I looked at the people that have the condition of having elf points in their ears. My real ears do have elf points. I never really thought about it, but they do have elf points in their real ears. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, welcome back to the show. And of course, we don't know what we're going to be talking about today. You never know. And each day is a different one. So, I went looking on on Amazon for furniture with a blood elf motif. And I couldn't find any furniture for the wish list. I found posters and paintings that I added to the list. And that's on my watch list. And as well as, of course, we have looked at some other things too. Right now, it is, I never really realized I had points in my ears like an elf. I actually have natural points. Wow, who would have thought? Anyway, but yes, I do actually have real points in my ears. They're not huge, but they are real. Those are real natural elf ears. Those are, I'm not kidding you. I got real elf ears. They're not the ones that I buy, but they're not as pronounced as the ones that you see from other people. I'll be listening. Are you getting ready to a party for my dad for Veterans Day? Well, happy Veterans Day. Actually, I got my phone here because I just had to deal with updating my passwords for security reasons. Because Apple Mail is complaining and saying that this phone calling is going to go away soon, but Google Voice can still keep. I have Google Voice, so they're saying, I see your messages, Rachel. I don't look in Hangouts as much as I used to, but I do see the messages. Oh, okay. I'll take care of that in a little bit. By the way, they said that they're going to be separating Google Hangouts from Google Voice. So, that's kind of funny because originally we were going to do the opposite. Originally we were going to try to phase out Google Voice and just use Google Hangouts. I guess they decided that it would be better to swap them around. I already have Google Voice set up. So, as far as what you mentioned, I will definitely have to deal with it. Oh, yeah, I do know some of his allegations. Yeah, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. All right. Anyway, so that's another story. So anyway, I actually, like I said, I got on the computer this morning. I was going to go search on Google to find blood elf furniture. Can't believe I actually have real elf ears. I never realized it. Because I never look at my goddamn ears. I look at my ears. I got little elf ears. I got little elf points. Yeah, I didn't even know that. So anyway, so I had to get in. I had to log in to Apple Mail, and I couldn't remember my password to save my butt for Gmail. I was like, what is this stupid password? I thought it was the same password I've used for everything else for years, and it wasn't. And then I was like, what is it? I don't remember. I actually had to reset my password again because of that reason, because I couldn't remember it. Like Apple phones, this phone is needed to unlock your account if you forget your password. So, forget your password, you're screwed. Ouch. So me and Michelle made it easy. We both set passwords the same for both accounts. Yes, thank you. Because I figured that way I don't have to worry about keep going out there and beating my head against the wall trying to remember the password for my account, Limmy's account, and everybody else's account. So anyway, let's take a look let's fix that one issue you brought up real quick. It won't take me that long to do. Just go in here. Just do in here, do that. So I don't want to deal with the drama queens in this place. I really don't. My computer is, my life is doing better. I don't need to deal with drama queens or kings or whatever. I want to just have a good life. I mean, I'm getting older now. I don't want to sit there and deal with all the drama queens. Moderators. Boy, this is going to be I don't know if it's going to really help a hell of a lot. You know what they need? You know what they need to do for the future Google or YouTube? You're going to make it easier for us to sort out people and not have to weed out everybody. Yeah, so Google Hangouts, they say they're going to be separating it from Google Voice Calls. Which I guess doesn't do well for Lumi, which is, or your studio line. Well, I use Google Voice to forward it to my home phone. Oh, okay, so theoretically it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't. But Google does some strange stuff. Don't ask me why they do what they do. They do what they do. And so, yeah. I mean, I was surprised. I didn't even realize I had elf ears for real. I do. I got little elf ears. It's just, and I really critically looked in the ears and said, "Oh my God, I got points in my ears naturally. I didn't even know." Of course, you didn't know. How often do most people look at their ears? Not many. I can certainly accent those points. I want my ears bigger, though. I want my ears bigger, man. I want them way bigger. That's my real ears. Those are not prosthetics. Those are the real deal. So it was kind of funny to see that. So we had a great show yesterday morning. Some of the people on the on Discord were kind of critical about the show because the fact is they said that I was simping for the women. I was like, I don't like the term simping. I think that's not really fair. Of course I'm going to stand for my own sex. Why not? I mean, especially since Noodles wanted to start some trouble and drama on the morning show. And I was like, no, I'm going to hit him off with the pass. There's no way we're going to cover that topic right now on this show until they derail a show where we're trying to have a more serious topic. I mean, it's bad enough when it happens on the 7 o'clock show. We know what's going to happen in the 7 o'clock show, so we try to keep the 7 o'clock show, not try to get to me and Lemmy that much, but sometimes it does get to us. Yeah. Oh, is it? Is it currently raining, or is it? It looks like it looks like it's cloudy anyway. I don't know if it's raining. Let's see. Let's take a look at the current weather right now. It's been warm in the last few days. And I guess that's not surprising. My phone is buzzing me again. All right, let's take a look at the weather forecast first. Right now it's cloudy. It's a high of 19 degrees Celsius. I bet my landlord would say, phew, I don't know if it won't have such a high gas bill. This is going on. These high temperatures. Yeah, okay, I get it. Fortunately, Mr. Landlord, enjoy your last day at 22 degrees Celsius because as of tomorrow, I'll be high at 12. Don't see any snow in the immediate future. But I see we'll be getting temperatures more respectable for autumn. For mid-autumn. Highs of about 12 to 11 degrees Celsius. So it's going to be pretty mild overall. May I suggest I take a bath. I took one yesterday. Okay? I'm not the grungy resto druid you think I am. I think it's a good question. Why are resto druids considered to be smell bad? I don't know. I haven't played it. I never played a druid. I probably would do fine as a druid. Oh, by the way, Skynet. Well, I may actually notice it. I have real points in my ears. They're not huge, but they got points in my real ears. See? Yeah. Anyway, so I get a shower before going live. You can also. How did you manage to get? I have naturally pointed ears. I just never really looked at them close up. Well, I may have been, or at least one of my lives. You never know. You never know, right? There are actually real people who really do have pointy ears. And as I was a kid, I always felt like I could associate with Mr. Spock, right? Of course, his ears aren't this big. But, of course, I like my ears tall and long. Oh, which kind of makes me wonder one thing about my night elf. How do you sleep with ears as big as hers? I mean, they're huge. I'm like, every time I see her fall asleep, it's always on her side in a fetal position, which could kind of make sense because if she tries to sleep soldier, she's basically going to be crunching her ears, and that would really hurt. I don't know. I'm glad you didn't compare me to Bernie the dinosaur. Although I watched this show with my niece when she was a little girl, and Bernie wasn't too bad. Let's go around and have some blood and blade today. No. Yeah, the morning shows are a little bit different than night shows. So the people who are looking for the morning shows, we like the night shows. We have two different style shows, specifically because one show, which is the morning show, is kind of different than the night show because some people like the morning show because they're a little more relaxed and it's less stress. People like the night show can get the phones, can get all the pomp and circumstances and soundboards, all the sound effects and all the baloney that goes with it. I get that too. So it's like Williams there said about the arts and humanity. Something everybody loves. Our choice. Yeah. Yeah. Well, here I am. Well, you must like the show for someone. By the way, let's talk about something on a more serious note here today. We know that Pfizer is hoping to ramp up production of the COVID vaccine. We talked about this briefly yesterday. They said that they're probably not going to be able to get all the doses out to everybody within a few months. They said maybe about a year to make enough vaccine doses for those who need it. I know the anti-vaxxers are saying, don't take it, it'll turn you into forsaken. Okay, well, it's still kind of new, so I'm going to wait and watch the results and see what happens if I'm going to rush out and risk my life to take something that may not even be needed. No way in hell am I going to take it. I understand your point. I'm more than likely not going to take it either. I don't even take flu shots. So, I mean, why would they want to take something that's actually going to give me dead virus that's supposed to protect me from virus, which is still going to potentially make me sick? It's something like Savannah's Windrunners trying to do to turn all the horde players that go on her suicide mission to Stormwind and turns them into zombies. I'm not doing that. No. I mean, you really have to have a long track record of a vaccine to determine. Remember back in the 80s, some people were getting the measles, and then all the parents said, but my son has a vaccination record. Well, it turns out the vaccine was garbage. Oh, well, thanks a lot, doctor. Now I have to get my kid get their shots all over again. That's what we do what the CDC told us to do. It's kind of, yeah. Biden is going to be mad when we get this election back. I think we will, because as I pointed out, an article from Fox News interview, an Ingrid Mangle, she interviewed a anonymous election worker in Nevada that said that they were blocked from or talking about the fraudulent things that they were doing to ballots and changing the writings or the filling in the ballots to other ballots, that they were generating new ballots to replace the ballots that originally voted for Trump. So again, it's an example of where the system is broken, that they couldn't even get easy access to see what they were doing to the ballots. Also, they found boxes of ballots in Pennsylvania that came in postmarked on November 3rd. That means but the only problem is they didn't have a postmark on November 3rd. Wait. If you don't have a postmark on it, how do you know that they were even mailed? The people drop them off at the office? People do that, they'll drop them off at the office. But that means, are they real ballots? I don't know. This kind of have a channel. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know what to say anymore with the election. But at least it looks like the one Democrat for senator or Senate conceded at the end, even though he won the race. He threw his hands in the air and said, I quit. So it automatically went to his challenger, which was a Republican. So now it's like 48 to 49 pro-Republican. Now remember, the states didn't finally get done certifying the results yet. So if there really is confirmed fraud, then what are you going to use to count the data? I mean, if it's fraud, that means all the ballots are basically useless. How are we going to verify who's really who? You know, it's like they put all the ballots into a giant pile and then they scan them through. I mean, how are you going to know who's real ballots or which ones are the fake ones, the real ones? We don't even sign the ballot in Connecticut. We sign the inner envelope it comes in. So once it goes through the machine, what happens to the envelopes? Well, the envelopes basically are just associated with the ballot. So how are you supposed to know? Actually, maybe they're not. Maybe they're type of secure. Maybe they have a serial number. But honestly, I don't know. This election's a mess. Sand phase, right? The selection is a fraud. And it sucks because it's not even based on. There's no paper trail. There's no responsibility. You got dead people voting again. You got, and some of the people may have died just recently from COVID-19. Some of them may not have. Okay, so we're talking about the ones that have been dead for a while. Why are dead people that have been dead for 5 years voting? This, I don't know. I don't get it. We told you that before. Wrong. I do watch other channels. We should have another election and require people to vote in person or with absentee ballots. Yeah, definitely another election would be good. Just like they say in the Olympics, let's do another mulligan. When you screw up with ice skating, Tanya Harding was known for asking for mulligans. I screwed up my routine. I want to start over. No. That's how you say. In this case, we screwed up our routine. We need to start over. No, says the Federal Election Commission. Come on, give me a break. You know, there's too much screwed up. The election doesn't make any sense at all. Excuse me, Carrie. I did watch your video about the vaccine. In case you didn't know that, I told you that. Didn't see it. No, not necessarily. Well, anyway, so and then Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is like I said is out to lunch. The others in the squad are out to lunch. So like, what? How you doing, Alicia? Yeah. Skynet says, what is the last video? I haven't really watched. I will be honest, I don't usually watch FC much, if at all. I mean, I quickly flick through videos. I don't necessarily stay for the whole one unless it's something that really catches my eye. I don't even watch much of the Leak Project anymore. I've been, since I got my phone here, I can give you a quick history of what I have watched lately. So here, these are the videos I've been watching as of late. A history. I'll just go through this real quick here. Alright, so go in my history on my phone here. First video in order is Aquarius 10th to the 16th, November 20th, Aquarius getting into, that's from Hidden Truth Tarot. The Future of Twitch on Asmongold TV. Biden's plan to change Social Security. Devin Carroll. Warning vaccine opinions from a feminist, that was Carrie Stream. 7 things highly sensitive people need to be happy. From Sandy Faye, Don't Play. Democrats and poll workers, President Trump is tougher than you thought. Tougher than nails. Of course, one from me. Another one, which is Biden did not campaign for a good reason. And more. Again, by Sandy Faye, Don't Play. $2,400 stimulus check from It's Jimmy. Yes, Biden's $3,600 stimulus check, SSI, SSDI from Hustle Bitch. Unexpected $1,200 social checks from It's Jimmy. Let's play some World of Warcraft. That's from my other channel. Farewell to PvP servers by Wally. Well, second stimulus check update, $2,400 plus SSI. Information from It's Jimmy. Will Joe Biden issue executive orders on stimulus and trade by Logan Alec. This World is a Prison by Dawn's Movies. McConnell, Schumer speaks on Senate floor after election from Fox News. How to make money on Amazon step by step by It's Jimmy. Great news again by It's Jimmy. Garrison Guide by Bellier Gaming. How to upgrade your Garrison. Warlords of Draenor. Heals Babyface. Let's play some World of Warcraft again. So many WoW updates by Bellier Gaming. 15 weirdest weapons ever by Mad Lab. My First Diesel by Rich Rebuilds. Another movie by It's Jimmy called Wow, $1,000 per month stimulus checks. Second stimulus by It's Jimmy. November 8th, update COVID-19 election stimulus might take by Logan Alec. Another video by It's Jimmy called Finally, Great News, Second Stimulus Check. The Future of America, Terrifying Possible Future of America by Prepper Princess. The Rock Pi X low-cost x86 Windows and Linux single-board computer by explainingcomputers.com. Virgo Money and Tarot reading from Truth Well Told Tarot. Microsoft will turn Windows 10 into another Linux distro by Gardner Bryant. Squish That Cat, which looks more like a stuffed animal picture anyway, by Kevin Weber. Why No Penis on Roosters? It's kind of interesting. The Switch of Mystery by John Ward. And 50 survival skills when you have only seconds to act on Bright Side. Why Chipmunk Wally lets me pet her with empty hands by Choo Choo's Story. Hissy little 4-week-old feral kittens meet. These ones are extremely hissy. That's from Catville TNR. All that blood elf male and female speech files from the World of Warcraft from the Kinky Merc. And so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. So I actually do watch a lot of other videos besides mine. Okay. Basically, if you don't know who Michelle is, she watches your content, but if you personally know Michelle, she's known you. No, Michelle, not from a feminist. I have I hate feminists. It says from a female. Right, I stand corrected. Sorry, I misread it. Okay, this happened. Right, I know what you're saying about feminists. Yeah, the hardcore ones say the Rosie derivatives, the world that say we can do everything without a man, without a penis. Yeah, except you can't bear children because they're part of the procreation process. Um, why do I see reading notifications? To prove to you that I'm doing more than just watching my videos. Hello, Forever Conscious Research. Hope you're well. And of course, Deep State says, is this relevant, Michelle? The point is that you don't know what's going on your own mods channels or real lives. Well, I talk to you, so Deep State, I know you pretty well. I know your situation pretty well. FC, speaking of Pop, I haven't talked to him in a while. He tried to call me on Skype, and then I tried to call him back on Skype, and, well, he never returned the call when I was ready to talk to him. I love your attempt to deflect, Michelle, but this isn't the point. What I said, you don't watch any of ours from YouTube. Okay, does Skynet have a channel? You don't even know. Oh, does he? I mean, I think everybody gets a channel as on YouTube. The problem is, what did he put on the channel? The problem is can I even click on this channel from here? Let's see if I can subscribe. Let's see. It took me a long time to find. Well, let me click on FC's channel and see if I can pull it up here. You know what? Here's the problem. They removed the option to view channels. They used to have it where you would have, when you pull down the three dots, like on FC's name, they used to have an option to view channel, and they don't have that. All they have is pin message, report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user in this channel, remove moderator, or add moderator wrench. They removed the option to go view their channel. So now I have to basically figure out where the channels are, and I can't click on the channels anymore, even unless they post links, which is part of the whole problem. So, because I used to sneak in when I go in the chat or in the chat replay, I would go ahead, click on the channel, and view it. Yeah, I know. Right. So he has to post a link to his channel so I can find it. Just like with yours, I didn't even know where your channel was until you sent me a message and text message, and then I went to your channel and I subscribed to your channel, and I already was subscribed. I clicked the bell to. Where's Pop anyway? Don't make good stuff. I'm not thinking. Working right now, so Skynet. Okay. Yeah, so what I would do, if you guys want, in the comment section, post a link to your channels, and then I can go through them, and maybe I can even add them as my featured channels. I don't think Alexa's Pop. What is Pop? Pop is People of Peace. Simple Martin 2001 and a few other names he goes by. He's a 19-year-old young man from Canada that tends to have a habit of being a little bit trying and patience. Ugh. Yeah, and a little bit trying and patience. So he's a good kid overall. Just well, they have opposing viewpoints. Just keep it simple. Do you need? I got a brush. I always use my fingers like a pick. It was more important when I was wearing the ill fears because I couldn't easily get those tines in my pick into between my ears, and actually I brushed my hair before I came here. Well, but you wouldn't know it. Hi Jessica, how you doing? I haven't been here in a while. I missed your reaction to the election. How do you like it? I don't think it was legitimate, honestly. I think they should just do a mulligan and do a redo because I think it's totally screwed up. I mentioned that a couple times. I think that they need to just do the whole re-election, start all over, throw all the ballots, generate new ballots, and basically send them out. I think that would be better than trying to have this thing certified by the December and hope to God that it doesn't go wrong. Yeah. Alexa says, "Oh, well, okay. Oh, okay. Well, sometimes violence is needed, but it's fast resort. I'm a troll, but I have humanity, I think." Yeah, well, because I mean, it's just totally screwed up. The election is just a total mess. Doesn't make any sense. And especially since several people have signed a federal affidavit claiming that they see election fraud going on in Nevada. If that's the case, if it's definitely election fraud going on in Nevada, that should be a red herring. 2016, they were all bitching saying that Trump was actually doing election fraud, and yet this year the Democrats are doing the same thing. Just start over. I mean, this is a big deal thing, you know. By the way, I updated the wish list. The only thing I haven't found yet is any blood elf furniture. Where am I going to find furniture? I found posters and paintings, but I couldn't find furniture. So I didn't see a Silvermoon banner. I found Horde banners, but I didn't see one for the Silvermoon. FC's a guy actually. I mean, you can't tell from the name, but if you watch the show, you'll hear him doing narration. So he's. I don't think she meant to. A very good friend of mine sent me here, Michelle. Hello, how you doing? Alexa is a man who keeps going for a female. Again, we don't know. We don't know. You know, the thing is, I gotta get my new watch band. I ordered it. Should be here like next week because my leather band broke. Well, feel that's what he's doing. Sub to the channel. Okay. I don't think he's necessarily picking on forever. I don't get that impression. Anyway, one of the things I finally figured out using the one add-on I have a Google and World of Warcraft Classic, I could actually have it search for my professions trainer. So I finally didn't have to keep going, where is my stupid professions trainer? I could look on that little mini map and there it is. If it's near me, like, oh, okay. So I finally got my priest up to the level she should have for her level 6 skills. Now she's level 7. And right now she's staying in Thanasis, and she's probably going to go on to the next level from there. Yeah, I know. You're talking about Rachella. Yeah. Well, we're up to 742 subs, which is good. Come on, guys. We're just a few levels short. Well, I told you, fingers, Michelle. Oh, before you accidentally bang something and knock everybody offline. Oh, that would suck. Yeah. All right. Well, the thing is, so this afternoon we'll be playing some World of Warcraft again and working on. I gotta check Mikhail and her garrison, but I've also got to go check out the other characters too. I gotta get my night elf level up some more. I'm gonna try to get my characters a little more leveled up. What is pop? Is she the ancient troll species from the Canadian region? Has a limp wrist and a lover of the rare Chinese delicacy of Dong Nam. Loves her money, but prefers. Honestly, that'd be more exciting than the actual pop. The actual pop is a 19-year-old teenage boy. He heavily supports socialism and tends to monopolize the conversation. Sorry, I walked away from my phone. LOL. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, the last night we had a person that said he's running for the 2024 election. Was one of the first calls I had on the show last night. I thought it was kind of interesting. Yeah, that sounds more like pop, unfortunately. But, you know, one person I haven't seen around lately in the morning and the night shows is Life with Linda. Mary Beth Unger was on like 2 days ago. Life with Linda hasn't been on lately. So I wonder what the story with that is. I sent you the link, then I got busy. Noodle isn't allowing the live one to come in. Well, I didn't say that she can't be on my channel. She has the right to be on my channel, along with anyone else that wants to be here. He does not dictate the rule on my channel, what I can and cannot have for guests. Life with Linda is welcome to be on my channel. So maybe that's not how bullying works, but I don't support bullying anyway. If people want to be on my channel, they have the right to be on my channel. So, anyway, people ask me how long my hair has gotten. It's getting pretty long. It's down to my boobs now. It's taking a while. Speaking of meds, my doctor's office moved to Torrington. I have an appointment with my doctor, I think in January or February. How am I going to get there? I can take the paratransit. The only problem with that is that I have to wait. And my appointments usually vary about an hour long. The problem is that the Winsted paratransit doesn't normally go to Torrington, and the Torrington transit doesn't normally go to Winsted. So, kind of leaving me kind of in that position in life and going, wait, you mean you can't get to your medical doctor appointment because, yeah, January 6th. Oh, God. So I'm going to have to see, it's Wednesday. Maybe one of my friends can give me a ride. Whose number is 901? Who is 901? Oh. Who knows what that is? So, Nibbles, okay, Rachel, I saw a replay or comment section on here where you have to have surgery. Around here, make me angry. Yeah, it's just confusing because I just got the little invitation to see a new medical clinic in Torrington. I was like, their office has moved. I'm like, oh, beautiful. And I'm like, now I'm gonna have to either A, see if I can get to my doctor in Torrington, or I have to find another doctor, which is like trying to find hen's teeth. The reason I did move is because of, I'm gonna get caught up here. I'm a little bit behind here. Okay. Let's she was unless missing something. I guess this one is, what is pop? Okay, we can see that question. Okay. Sorry, I walked away from the phone. Maybe should put the face. Okay. So Noodles isn't allowing women to come around. Already, those damn doctors around here make me angry. Oh, Michelle, I saw a reply in a comment section on here where you have to have surgery. Noodles can get messed up for all I care. He has the nerve to tell the chat the stuff he said about Carrie, and I won't repeat it. It was just wrong. Yeah, I know. I just dealt with it. You can transportation with Medicaid. I thought, yeah, that still involves working with the existing paratransits. And it worked better for the in-town paratransit because they would bring me up to my doctor's, and then I called them when I was done to pick me up. So that if I knew, like, my appointment was usually about 35, 45 minutes long, they would pick me back up again when I called them and let them know it was done. Okay? The Torrington transportation, I don't know if it's so flexible because that seems to be more like they go in blocks of time. There's no benches outside the doctor's office to sit on. So how am I going to sit on and waiting for them? I can't stand for it. Let's say, for example, it takes them 10 minutes to get there. Or like the one doctor did to me one time they did this to me. They blew right by me. Well, that was that the doctor or was that the bus? I think it was the bus. It was the bus. Oh, I was living in Torrington, yeah. For Opticare. And that was frustrating. When I was living in Torrington, the Torrington paratransit made sense because I lived in Torrington. I live in Winston now. So obviously I have to use Winston's paratransit. So what I might do is I just might ask Krista if she could bring me to my doctor's appointment in Torrington on the 6th of January. I'll give her some time. Or maybe if she can't, I can ask her to reschedule it for something that works out better for her for January 6th or whatever month day it's going to be. Haven't been able to wave high with my right arm for 3 months. Ouch. These days says, sorry, Michelle, it doesn't hurt. I recently weaned myself off of diazepam and feel better for it. Also have weed a break, but now dealing with a brain that goes 1,000 miles an hour. Oh. I'd rather deal with a brain that goes 1,000 miles an hour. At least you're inspired to do something. It's the brain that basically moves like a snail pace that scares me. My brain is the one organ in my body that gets the most amount of exercise. So let's take a look at this here. Noodles is a lot of things. A gentleman definitely is not one of them. Michelle Noodles is clout chaser with no clout. Alexa says, I have a lot of mental issues and anxiety, bipolar, etc., but I'm 49 and having a diagnosis won't change much. No, just another thing to stick in the refrigerator, right? Think about it. Look at me, I won a diagnosis award. Will be. You get a silver. No, because I think that ADD is a gift, but it does have its challenges. I have Asperger's. That sometimes gets misdiagnosed as ADHD. And we're smart. Even people with ADD are smart. They just think things differently than the neurotypical people do. There's nothing like that with that. I mean, there was a lot of creative people with Asperger's out there creating ideas and concepts that the typical, what they call neurological, typical the NTs just don't get. But it makes sense. And then they try to understand them, and then your typical neurological, typical brain goes, what? How does this work? I swear to God, the American tax code was written by a person with ADD, and it's like totally messed up. No way he's the kind of man a mother would call the FBI about. Oh, he's saying about the other person. Because FC was saying is, Noodles is a pillar of the YT community, a true gentleman, Ray. One of your mom would be proud to call son. Okay, now I understand it. Okay. Well, yes, I am very clever in a lot of ways, but I try to keep humble in my life. We all strive to be understood, and that helps through communication. Yeah, but remember something St. Francis of Assisi said: "It is not to be understood, but to understand. Understand the other people and how they act, why they do what they do. If you reciprocate and they did the same for you, it wouldn't be so much to understand, be understood by others, but it is to understand. Ah, guess what? That you both don't understand. There, you understood me, I understand you. So we understood each other. Um, well, anyway, well, yes, that comes in hand. Well, it should anyway. Right. I'm not gonna deny one thing about YouTube people for the most part. We're competing for eyeballs. And sometimes we do things on our shows that sometimes make us look in a not so good light, because sometimes you wonder if they're just doing the stuff they're doing for clicks and views, or if they really truly are like they act like on camera. And myself, morning show is when I'm more able to act like myself and not feel like I'm constrained as much as I am on the night show, because the night show is completely different atmosphere than the morning show. Morning show is much more easy on me emotionally. LOD, the FBI as well, but he's going through multiple trips to rehabilitation. He'll be grown so much through the years and probably be a major asset to society. Leave him alone. Okay. Noodles is in rehab for what? Sexual addiction? Addiction. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But still, it's interesting about that. Deep State says, please don't tell me what to do about Noodles. Let's talk about something a little different. I haven't talked to lately. What about Pop? He still wants to talk to me. He wants me to call him at his leisure. And when I get the messages, usually it's like about 10, 15 minutes later, and I try to call him back, and he never answers the cell phone because he doesn't have the ringer on. So I can't call him back and say, you asked me to call you? It's like he wants me to drop everything at the drop of a hat to talk to him right then and there. But I might have been doing something in the other room, and then I don't get the cell phone because the cell phone is in my dresser. So then I get the phone. Like yesterday, I didn't get a message until 45 minutes after I was done with my live show. And then I try to call him back, and he doesn't even have a voicemail, so I can't even leave him a message and go, you rang? What did you want? He wanted to let people know that yesterday was his birthday. November 10th was People Peace's birthday. And I give him a happy birthday because that's only fair. So I texted him a message and that. He gave me a nice little cute heart symbol saying thank you. And so, I mean, I really wish he would just turn his ringer on. He said he keeps his ringer off because people keep calling him he doesn't want to talk to. Boy, in that case, how am I supposed to call you when you ask me to call you back? I can't call you back because unless you're looking at your phone, you'll never see you'll never hear the phone or anything. How you doing, Blazing Leo? Oh yeah, Michelle. He probably gets told, I'm sure, by his own family apparently. Hi, Carrie, Michelle, Leo. That's the top. But then, if you're busy, he has a dozen things to do. I don't know. It's just a thought. Well, he told me himself that he turns the ringer on his phone off. So it was like, okay, well then if you turn the ringer off on your phone and I try to call you, you think I'm going to sit to call you 15,000 times in an hour? If you're not there and all I can do is just leave you a text message, I'm going to leave you a text message. Yeah. I mean, he's a smart kid. I don't dismiss that. But the thing is, I think a lot of people don't really understand the way he thinks about things and the way he does things. So, what are you supposed to do? Smart kids like that, unfortunately, tend to end up isolated because they don't seem to fit in a large part with the others of their peer age. Okay. And I understand that because I was kind of the same way when I was a kid. I was a smart little girl, doing all this great stuff, but the typical girls my age and even the boys were like, what the hell is she talking about? What is this stuff she's researching about power supplies and resistors and capacitors and how to make a more efficient power supply or how to come up with a better government system or whatever? They don't get it. Or why does she talk funny? Especially in fourth grade. I was like, the only kid I actually understood, was Raymond Zietler. Another young man that was my same class as me, and he was kind of like me in a sense. He would talk about things that the typical kid couldn't understand. Another one was Stanley Allen. Now, Stanley Allen was a good kid. I saw Stanley Allen a few years, like back in 1986. He had grown up. He had his own, actually, was it in high school? I think it was a few years later. It was right in high school, I think. Anyway, he was a Jehovah's Witness. And he was working and doing a successful career. But Raymond Zietler, I haven't seen Raymond Zietler in so long. He was always fun to talk to. And, from 4th to 6th grade, he was just a dream guy. He was smart. He was intelligent. He was handsome. I know. And 4th to 6th grade is kind of a weird time in your life, okay? Just to say, he was not a dorky guy. And he was decent, too. I remember him very well. Another guy I remember was it was high school or the elementary school bully. His name was Danny Payne. Danny Payne was a pain in my ass. And him and his buddy Henry Messenger were like, Messenger delivers the pain. He's the big bully guy. After Danny Payne tells him what to do. But first, and then eventually, I got to know Danny Payne a bit better and Ian Bingham, which was another kid. I kind of thought in the end that Danny Payne was actually a pretty decent kid. He just was misunderstood. Just a little rambunctious, that's all. And was friends with a Jehovah's Witness growing up. Strangely, his name is David too. Okay. Yeah, well, Stanley Allen was a really kind of nice kid, but like everybody picked on him because he was a Jehovah's Witness. Like, why? Why pick on a Jehovah's Witness? What? Okay, so his faith system is like yours. That's fine. And it'll be with it. Kids will say, he don't celebrate birthdays. He don't celebrate Christmas. He doesn't celebrate Easter. He doesn't celebrate anything. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of weird from fourth grade perspective. But then, of course, now as an adult, it's a little different. He goes, gee, I don't celebrate birthdays, Christmas, or Easter either. Oh, Easter I do celebrate, but it's not because they're religious. It's because there's no one to celebrate it with. Same thing with Thanksgiving. Except me. Except Lemmy. That's what I did. Maybe this year we'll have a Thanksgiving with my mom. I don't know yet. She hasn't reached out to me yet, but we'll see what happens. I don't think so. I had a very rich childhood, meeting a lot of different people, but I was very close, socially awkward, and people a lot of people didn't like Michelle. Some did. Some of the kids liked Michelle, some of them hated Michelle. Obviously the girls liked me. Lucy Bauman, Linda Newstead, Amy Burdick, Erica Kostak. Oh my God. And then those are my elementary school friends. Francine Carrazzo, Shannon, Shannon Rupp, Robin Croak, my high school years, Marie Anstead, and Marie Anstead. She was the nerd in the class. Next to me. I mean, I knew maybe a bit more computers than Marie did, but she still could run or walk her way around the car with her pet and do things in the pet that I couldn't do. So, Kathy Sinlin didn't like me much, but she kind of did in the end. But it was like, that's one of the reasons why I think I miss those elementary school years. I really do. So, like I said, I wish I could go in Chromie time and go, hey, can you send me back to my elementary school years? I want to talk to myself and see what myself has got to say. Don't you know me? I'm you from the future. I bet the little Michelle will go, what? What are you doing here? You're violating time-space. Yeah, but I wanted to tell you something, kid. You're going to grow up just fine. Don't you worry about it. Oh, wait a minute. Apparently I did. Apparently part of me, and another time I did come back to see me when I was sitting in Mass. Yeah. I don't know why she looks so unhappy, though, but it was just, let Michelle look unhappy. Maybe in her timeline, she did something stupid and screwed up her whole life, and to the point where she basically wishes that she could go back in times. And we should went to Chromie and went, can I go back see Michelle in Mass? Talk to Michelle real quick. She didn't even talk to me much. We just did a piece of grace with each other, and that's it. And then she poof, was gone like a ghost. Poof. Don't know why. Just kind of interesting. Our Jehovah's Witnesses try to tell me that they have a special blood for transfusions. She basically meant plasma, and it's just had to slap myself over that. I'm kind of pissed at Noodles in the moment because he keeps saying something about Lizard. Who's Lizard? I'm just getting caught up here. T-State says Noodle has to be blocked in his channel, so I have to trash here about him. He blocked your carry. It probably wasn't him. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I've been on. I have looked at Noodle's channel in the past. It's not really what I find really exciting. You ever notice you got a nose like a troll? What? You got this big steep nose, like my ex-boyfriend used to call it, the ski slope. Like skinny, thin little nostrils, but that makes sense. Nordic people have thin nostrils and long noses to warm the air that goes into their lungs. Said he's not unblocking me, so I need to come in under my old account. Then he blocked that too. Then slanders me. Yeah, that sucks. That's one of the reasons why I have a hard time deciding who to wrench and not to wrench, because of that reason. People come and say, wrench me, and I was like, who am I wrenching? I mean, I have to seriously keep an eye on who I wrench, because I don't want to go too crazy there. Yeah. Well, I don't think anyone should be slandering anybody, honestly. What's that guy Carmelo's problem with you, Carrie? Who is that person? Michelle says, I wrench from the tree. I wrench from the tree? Leo, that's a very sick person. Okay. By the way, my newest horoscope said that I'm going to achieve success. I wasn't sure what they were talking about, what kind of success. And then I wanted to talk about the stimulus, because the last one looks like it was talking about financial success. He's a very Jasper says, all right, I'm going to head out. Nice meeting you, Michelle. Take care, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and so that you can be a regular and be informed when we're live. And also don't forget to put a like in the like jar, and do share the videos with everybody, so that your friends, so they can find the channel. Morning shows are the best ones for easier to chat. If you want to be on the ADHD special, which is the 7 o'clock show, that's fine too. You can be a part of both shows. It's not a one or the other. You can be on both shows. And speaking of shows, after this show, we're going to go play some World of Warcraft. This morning I had Cocoa Pebbles. I haven't had Cocoa Pebbles since I was like 16, 18. So figured something different for cereal after I finish off the Greek nuts. Has been harassing me for months. Who is this person? Right. Well, he don't have one now. So, yeah, I know. So I don't believe you were careful with the wrenches, to be honest. I don't dismiss that. Sometimes the wrenches kind of get used kind of like, or they were meant to be more for rewards and merits. Originally, that's what I was thinking about. Because like I said, YouTube doesn't let me give stars or check marks to consider to be long-term, highly valuable most. I wouldn't say most valuable, but highly valuable participants. The HVP awards. I would like to be able to give HVP awards to people that have been here a long time who helped contribute to the show's growth. But they don't have any way I can give HVP awards to people that have been here for. Yeah. Oh, now you can block him because he doesn't have a wrench anymore. So. Yeah. So, I think, Michelle, you should remove all the wrenches and just a couple of the people you have known for a while. And then, so it's like, Carrie, I don't need a wrench. Well, if you don't want the wrench, that's fine. I can take yours away right now. That's no big deal. I didn't plan to do any more mods, but okay, you're de-wrenched as you requested. Rachel is one of my mods. It's been around a long time. It's been Dave State in Reckington. And Blazing Leo. I think we Blazing in this wrench. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, Rachel. You're one of the people that's considered important to the chat because you help mod the channel. You're also channel associate. Remember that. You're actually the backup to maintain the channel if I ever become incapacitated. So, yeah, you obviously get a wrench because you're also the channel facilitator or associate. That's a whole nother level. Doesn't matter to me. It's not a song by Brad. David Gates and Brad. Yep. It doesn't matter to me. Okay, there. Okay, so I took away Blazing Leo's wrench too. Because you guys asked me to. All right. But I got more people that scream Bloody Mary when you take away the wrenches. They go, what are you taking away my wrench for? What did I do wrong this time? You can bet Noodles is going to be one of them screaming at me. Why did you take away my wrench for? Because really, you don't need it. It's just the truth. Right. Oh, no, I didn't. Exactly. At least the morning show, we can have a conversation. The night show, Blazing Leo, what do you think of the night shows? Because I think the night shows are kind of crazy sometimes. I know Mama Beth's World, she has legitimate shows and talks to the people in Mama Beth's World, but I think she has so many that the check flies off the screen. I watched Mama Beth's World. I like your night show. I just don't like the people who constantly call in and make fun of you. Right. I agree with that. That gets old fast, especially some of the stuff like saying I'm molesting my cat or I drink pee or I I don't think that's really funny. If it takes too seriously, I tend to get a little bit upset with that. In some ways, it's almost a character assassination. It's like, oh, is Michelle really like these guys say? No, actually, I'm not. I'm a very quiet person in real life. I tend to be pretty much an introvert, and I tend to stay to myself. Yeah. And after a while, it actually sort of does negative reinforcement too, and actually makes you think you really are doing those things. Or you start to think that maybe you should do those things, or I don't know. Psychology is a weird topic, but basically, it's of course the audience who doesn't know, unless you just show up and like, is this person really that strange? No, actually. Character assassination is when John Camilio said Melissa kids or abused him. Like the people said about the cats. Like my cat saying I molest my cat. I don't molest my cat. But my cat is laying on the couch right now, quietly over there on the couch. Why do you only understand things when it's about you? What? I don't always understand things when it's just about me. Okay. All right, Carrie. I'll talk to you later. It'll be a 7 o'clock show. I'm gonna be playing World of Warcraft afterwards. Say about 12 noon. And so we can pretty much get ready to wrap this up anyway. So just let me ask you guys a question. What do you think about the games we play on the channel? I mean, I'm talking about the video games. Touch it later, Gary. Michelle, I agree with you, Leo. Unfortunately, the same person who I won't mention calls on several times and uses different voices. Yeah, we're getting good at it, figuring out if it's a real call or a bullshit artist. And I agree with you, Leo. Yeah, what said. So you can see about let my hair growing. I didn't put any Rogaine on it lately. I should put some on tonight. They're very immature. I think that is the reason why my channel partially has suffered over the years because of some of those calls. And I mean, maybe in a way it's helped my channel grow, but unfortunately, it tends to make me look bad. And for some people, don't understand that some of the stuff that goes on is pretty much not to be taken seriously, and some people do take it seriously. Yeah, it's kind of a guy thing. It's kind of a guy thing. Oh, well, we're going to de-wrench people. I mean, I'll just take away one more here. Doesn't mean that you're not welcome here, Alex. Yeah. I just, everybody says should only just give wrenches to those you really trust. And you so far, you seem to be a really good person, but, yeah, don't take it hard. Like I heard a guy he talks about PP a lot. What is it though? But some men in their fifth appendage, I don't understand some of the thinking. It's like they think their appendage is some kind of a wonderful tool from Ron Popeil. Introducing the poker. You pee through it, you whack it around, you can basically insert it into warm objects. The poker available now for $9.95. One easy payment. That's what's so great about that? I don't understand that. How can I rinse people? I do. I have C personally. I met him personally. Yeah. I mean, I just don't. I'm not so much worried about what you got down there. I'm interested in what you got up here. Are you smart? Are you intelligent? Are you logical? Can you conceptualize? Do you have a clear head? Do you think cleanly? That's what interests me. I mean, every man has that down there. Then, but it's what your thinking capacity is like. Is what I want. I said once before, if you ever going to be successful with me, you're going to have head sex. You got to be able to think, and I got to feel like that you got a good mind on you. We can have head sex, and that's to me that's erotic and exciting. When I can think of a person, or I can have a relationship with a man or woman that seriously can hold up to my conversation level and be analytical and gentle and kind. I still want a decent person. I mean, you could have the greatest brain in the world, but if you act like a total dork, I'm not going to date you. But if you act like a moron, even if you look like a fashion plate, I'm not going to date you either. I'm very picky. I'm not because I'm trying to be an elitist, but honestly, the guys, they have to be. There's got to be a balance between the two, you know. Well, I'm very proud of mine. It has its issues, but it can grow on you. Yes, me too, Michelle. My next mate must be intelligent, challenge me, and plan to live for the rest of my life with them. Sex gets old, but conversation never does. You hope it don't. Unless you got a guy that's a simpleton or a girl that's a simpleton and only talks about one particular topic every day, then it gets old. But if you got a person that's spontaneous and creative, they don't necessarily have to be the kind of person like a Sagittarius that goes out and explores every hill and every mountain, but somebody that's, keeps me, satisfied emotionally and mentally, they're a winner. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem our society really rewards those people that are doing those things. It seems to reward the vain and the outward physically apparent, but they don't seem to be focusing on the people that are smart and intelligent, that are going to be the future brain trusts of our society. Those are the ones that I really am interested in. I mean, that's reasonable, viewpoint. So I thought the one woman I knew would have been a good candidate for me, brain wise. I'm a Patty. Yeah, kind of, but she was also a control freak, which kind of killed it for me. This Aquarius doesn't like being controlled to an inch of her life and micromanaged to death. I want to be involved with a relationship with a person that respects that I need my time to myself to do my own things and can be a partner, not just someone who's been parted out to somebody else to control and micromanage my life. Somebody that I can see is equal and respects me as an equal too. So we are getting ready to leave. I love you. Message me back when you can. Stay safe, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day, Veterans Day to all the vets, including my father. Okay, same to you. Wish you luck, Michelle. Blazing Leo says, I'm unpacking and just realized my brothers took my lamp shades to the storage shed. So, Michelle, you're a good person. Thank you. I try to be a good person, but sometimes I do make mistakes too. I'm not flawless. But hey, I try. So, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Touch good each other tomorrow morning. It's 10 a.m. again, and also 7 p.m. tonight. And I'm gonna go play World of Warcraft in about. Let's see. I gotta get my watch back. As soon as I get my band comes on my watch, I'd be better. Somebody should look at my wrist and see my watch there. So in about 30 minutes on the other channel. So if you want to join me in the World of Warcraft channel, that's where I'll be in a little bit. So, all right, guys. See you tomorrow or later tonight. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.